Hey everybody, it's Durger time. Welcome back to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2016, the Wednesday Night War, where we take NXT, go head-to-head with AEW, see who comes out the victor. We just had a pretty good show. Our last show was Takeover Philadelphia. Well, actually, it wasn't that good of a show. It was 59. I thought it was okay, but yeah, okay, maybe not as good as we were to have hoped. We do have an incident here. Yeah. Soft drug user. Fine him. That's fine. If we got Matt Riddle, we can't be that upset about Jay Briscoe. I suppose so. So, all right. We, holy crap. We lost $2 million in December. What was that from? What the hell did we lose money from that much? Workers. Holy crap. We lost a lot of money there. How did we... Oh, right, because we had to get rid of Finn Balor. Okay, I was like, how the hell did we spend $2 million on freaking roster budget? So we did not have anything to compare TakeOver to because AEW has not had a pay-per-view yet. I don't know if we can find out when they are going to have one. Let's see real quick. If maybe I can go into their company and see. View profile. Schedule? Okay. So, do they not have a pay-per-view until... No, here we are. Times of Trouble. So Thursday, week 4, which is coming up, they are going to have a pay-per-view. So we're going to have to keep a lookout at that because we're going to have to compare that to our pay-per-view. Not a huge deal by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, something we're going to have to keep in mind that they're probably going to have a better pay-per-view than us. They also have CM Punk, which we haven't used yet. We did upgrade their booking ability, so we will see how they do. But let's go ahead, let's get to NXT Live, and let's see what we can come up with. Storyline-wise, we have a female tag team you guys made me take because you hate me. So, progressive as fuck, progressive AF. Bianca Belair and Candice, who actually is now not Dark Candice anymore. It should just be regular old Candice LeRae. Bring her back to her default self without the creepy eyes. There we go. Perfect. So she's face now. Johnny Gargano super kicked the evil out of her, which is interesting. We have the Lethal Aggression storyline still kind of going on. Undisputed Era, we kind of might be done with. I don't know yet. And Matt Riddle and Sabre, we still kind of doing stuff with. And Count Mephisto also doing kind of well still. Probably the one we need to end might be the top guys. So we're going to have to add some new storylines in there so they don't get stale. But for now, I think we're going to hold the course. And I think we have a series of a formula for success, if you will. So we will utilize that to try to have a successful NXT Live. Somehow, we still have 100% backstage rating. I don't know how, but we did it. We will try to continue that, I guess. Here, why not? No effect. We are going to be, once again, should be the Full Sail. No, I want NXT Full Sail. Pick a best venue. No. Assign menu. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't want us to assign this when it totally fits our requirement for our capacity, our, everything. I don't know. All right. Gotta book this show I think we're going to end some storylines here. When's our next pay-per-view? I should have looked at the schedule. It's usually 2 months, so we have a lot of time to worry about that, I suppose. When's the Dusty Classic usually? April? Kind of whenever they want it to be, I suppose. Held every April according to the save, which I don't think is accurate. I think they kind of just throw it in there whenever. Mae Young was every September, which we actually didn't do this year. But also they don't really do it every year either. It's kind of not a thing anymore, at least as far as I can tell. But so we don't have that to worry about, so we just have to book some stuff. I think we're going to end some of our storylines and move on to other things. Keith Lee versus Bray Wyatt still seems like pretty good money. We had Bray Wyatt does have personality issues right now. He's a little upset with us, a little annoyed. He's kind of furious about that. You know, why don't we give him a bonus here? That's a lot of money. Happy. Done. Look at that. That's all you have to do in this game to make anybody happy. Doesn't matter what happened. Just throw money at them. Done. I haven't dealt with that yet in 2020's demo and in the beta in terms of furious people, but I'm hoping, and I doubt that it's going to be the case, that I hope that you can't just pay them off. I think it's kind of a shitty way to handle a situation. If they're mad, they should be mad. Like, you should be able to do a little bit, but it should be limited. It shouldn't be able to take a guy from absolutely furious to super happy just because you dropped a truckload of money at him. I mean, it works for some people, but not everybody. Right? If that worked for everybody, you wouldn't have people leaving WWE sometimes. All right, let's book this show. I don't know what the hell we're going to do with it, but we will do it. All right, guys, let's run this show. So we started off with Jay Lethal coming out and doing a little bit of promo as NXT Champion, saying he's top dog now, that he had to struggle to climb up to the top from indies all the way to the only brand of wrestling that matters, NXT. And he grabbed that brass ring and showed people that you don't have to be made in WWE. You don't have to be made anywhere. All you need is heart and determination. That kind of typical babyface good stuff. It does great. Awesome angle here. He's always entertaining, so he gets a great score. Can't complain. Afterwards, though, Cole and Skrull actually interrupt Lethal both at the same time, and they're both trying to recruit him still into their respective stables. They're both sort of weird Ring of Honor alumni teams, both the new Undisputed Era and Dishonored. Still trying to bring him in, want the champion in. None of them seem to be able to convince Lethal, and he refuses. And it gets announced that there's going to be a triple threat match between all three of them tonight. Got the crowd hotter, which is actually surprising. And we gain heat for both Lethal Aggression and new Undisputed Era storyline. Well, actually, we just got advancement. We got the Lethal Aggression did gain heat, though. Overall, 61 ain't bad. Ronda Rousey, the new women's champion, has a match against Jessica Mai, our sort of jobber here. She wins in about 3 minutes by submission with an armbar. They don't click at all, so that's good to know. We won't do that again. It's not great. This match is just fine. Afterwards, Shayna Baszler at ringside comes over, and both of them just pummel Jessie to the ground and attack her some more. Kind of showing Ronda's going to have some sort of a kind of, little bit of a squad building up. We're probably going to bring the other two horsewomen out. We'll do that after this, and we'll have 4 of them just roaming around being nonsense. It's kind of shocking that all 4 women were in WWE at one point, and they never really did anything with them, even though, you had 2 groups of horsewomen on the roster at the same time. I don't know. Hey, I'm not a booker. I don't know how to book a match, but seems odd to me that you wouldn't do anything with them. Maybe we'll rectify that on NXT. So we got a triple threat elimination tag match: Briscoes, Street Profits, and the Revival. The Revival just lost their titles and is just trying to climb back up the ladder. They do not, though. The Briscoes defeat Street Profits and the Revival. Street Profits first, then the Revival. The match is fine. Dawkins is the weak link, so is Montez Ford, but Dash and the Briscoes do pretty good to hold the match up. Afterwards, the Briscoes just bark incoherently at the camera, like the hillbillies they are, and say they're coming for the Lucha Brothers. Somewhere in this flurry of words and nonsense, they're like, Lucha Brothers, or something, I don't know. But they are seemingly calling their shot to the new NXT Tag Champions and are calling them out, essentially. Afterwards, we have a backstage interview. It doesn't do well because Johnny Gargano does not do well in this save for some reason. Kathy Kelly starts interviewing Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano. Candice is back to normal. Gargano's at her side after super kicking the freaking evil out of her. And Candice LeRae says that she's looking to pursue her passion of intergendered wrestling, and she wants to form a tag team with a person that she admires in the women's division, and she's going to be pursuing the men's tag team championship. And Johnny's there as a supportive husband. Speaking of which, we have our new tag team, Progressive AF versus the Forgotten Sons. And Progressive AF defeat the Forgotten Sons. Candice LeRae defeated Wesley Blake, and no one seems to care. No one. So, we made this, and it doesn't seem like... I know that wrestlers that are highly conservative will get upset, but I thought if your promotion isn't set to have intergendered, I thought you got a penalty as well. And the crowd would kind of turn on it. Doesn't seem like it matters. So, there you go. We're still going to push them up, though, so it's still going to hurt us, but it's fine. Afterwards, we have a video vignette with Bray Wyatt. It's a Firefly Funhouse, and Bray's back to his normal self, and with next to him is a cardboard cutout Jay Lethal with the championship next to him. And Bray, in his weird, Firefly voice now, is like, well, it's really hard sometimes to watch others progress past you, isn't it, children? You see, Jay Lethal thinks he knows what hardship is, because he didn't come from here. He thinks that because he has to grab the brass ring, that his journey was a difficult one. Well, my Fireflies, Jay's wrong. I think he thinks he knows what hardship is. Well, I know real hardship. I know what it's like to crawl your way up from the gutter, with no one believing in you, only to have that brass ring knocked away time and time again. Maybe you'll get it one day, Jay. He slowly pets the cardboard NXT title on the cardboard Jay Lethal. Well, soon you'll know real hardship. All you have to do is let me in. Good segment. Also good segment here. Keith Lee continuing his open challenge, and he's just dominant. He's still holding. He defeated Bray Wyatt. No one can defeat Keith Lee, apparently. We have him fighting against Damian Priest. Again, it's another open challenge match. He makes defense number 6 of the North American title. He successfully defeats Damian Priest, because we're not going to have Damian Priest go over, let's be honest. It's 55. It's actually not that bad of a match overall. Afterwards, Keith Lee is celebrating in the ring and gets just annihilated by Jay White, who shows up from behind and slams him repeatedly with a chair, and then stomps and squishes the North American title under his feet in a sign of disrespect. Seems like he said that he wanted great things. He was going to do great things. It seems like he's targeting Keith Lee now to try to make his claim in NXT. He was underwhelming in the sequence overall, though. We get a 63. I figure putting them in a storyline together is going to do a lot to build Jay White's popularity in America, because he's a good worker, but he just doesn't have a lot of popularity in America yet. So kind of combining them together and work off of Keith Lee's momentum should do well for Jay Lethal. Or for Jay, oh man, I shouldn't have hired 2 J's. I'm going to keep on screwing it up. For Jay White, for the knife pervert. We have an interview backstage. Matt Riddle's interviewed and says, yeah, he lost against Zack Sabre, but he's confident he will regain his footing. He wants to retrain, and he wants to challenge him again. He's confident that he'll be able to win. Matt Riddle then goes on to have a match with Roderick Strong. Yeah, Roderick had a pure Risu, which I thought maybe he might do some technical work, but he wasn't really clicking here. Overall, they didn't do too bad, but the crowd was a little too hot at this point, actually. They didn't seem to click either. And for our main event, we have Adam Cole, Marty Scurll versus Jay Lethal. Exhibition match, not a title match. Adam Cole defeats Marty Scurll after defeating, and Jay Lethal by defeating Marty Scurll by pinfall with a fast roll-up. Not really cementing any determination for Jay Lethal here, but it seems like the 3 of these guys are going to be kind of going head-to-head for a bit. Got the crowd buzzing. Gain heat for the Lethal Aggression storyline once again. Overall, not bad. And finally, afterwards, Jay Lethal kind of walking away, lights go out, the Fiend shows up and attacks Jay Lethal, making his intention known that regardless of who he sides with, if anyone at all, he is coming for that NXT title. And we end the show. It's a 68. It's not horrendous, not great either. Let's see what happens with NXT or with AEW. Let's see here. Angelo Dawkins is upset that we are not giving him enough momentum. Well, we can kind of work on that, I suppose. Another thing too, am I wrong? I just wanted something about, I don't know why, something about what I said in one of these saves makes me concerned that I'm wrong. Matt Riddle did win, right? Or Matt Riddle lost, I think. I kind of need to take a look here in the diary, because I don't remember. I don't want to continue a storyline where Matt Riddle's trying to... This is the problem about doing this a couple days out, that I totally forget some of my bookings sometimes. I don't have it written down like I normally do on some saves. Okay, let's see. Takeover. So I'm pretty sure... yeah, Zack Sabre defeated Matt Riddle. I was pretty sure that's what I had, but if I'm doing a longer save, sometimes what I'll do is I'll write a storyline, dialogue kind of thing. I'm kind of winging stuff on this save though, just because I'm trying to react to what AEW does. So, boy, okay, let's see what we're looking at here. NXT Live is a 68 C+. With 2.29 broadcasting is not bad. What was the feedback? Was great. A lot of praise. Was AEW's feedback for Dynamite? Should be on here. Was good, though some found it underwhelming. So we need, 67 or lower. We're golden. We will see what Dynamite does. 63. With a 1.68, we are pulling away. I have a feeling that this series will be ending pretty quickly at this rate, unless we throw some wrenches in the works for us. They have still not used... Oh, wait, you have a skit involving CM Punk and Moxley. Why aren't you using them for your main event, guys? Come on now. Main event was Dustin Rhodes versus Pac by DQ. Ugh. Why would you have Brandy Rhodes and Leva Bates in a match? Boy, you keep booking like that, we're going to be fine. Well, we still have to spin the wheel There are medals on it, so we could still get something that could screw us up. No medals this week. Don't have to worry about it. The one last thing I want to do, though, I do want to actually bring up some people from our development. Here to work on our skills. Let us recall her. And we want Marina Shaffer. Because we are going to try... Can't do a talent trade right now, but we're going to try to book a horsewomen versus horsewomen match by the end of this all. Something that should have happened at a WrestleMania. Damn it. I would have been thoroughly sports entertained, but they never shot their shot, never realized what gold in terms of dumb booking they could have done. So that is it for NXT. We seem to be getting a dominant footing. Don't know what's going to happen with AEW. That bar is moving closer to victory. We will have to see if they can try to reclaim any momentum or if they are doomed. We will have to see. Have a good one, guys. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time.